How many HBAR do you need to become a crypto millionaire? Today we're going to be taking a look at Hedera. We're going to be comparing what happened in 2021 and what could potentially happen in the next bull market. So first and foremost, if you're unfamiliar with Hedera, I would recommend going on to their website. But just to give you a quick overview, if we compare Hedera to, let's say, Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can obviously see that Hedera has a lot more TPS, which is transactions per second. The fees are going to be a fraction of what you would pay on Ethereum and other networks. Then in terms of transaction speed, we can look at about 3 to 7 seconds, and a energy consumption, very little energy consumed for each transaction. Now Hedera is a proof of stake public network. It is a distributed ledger technology. It's not actual blockchain. They are actually using hash graph technology. I'm not going to get into all of that because what we want to know today is what could be the price of Hedera in the next bull market. So let's take a look at this. If we scroll down to the all-time chart here, we can see that Hedera or HBAR hit about 50 cents back in September of 2021. Now in terms of market cap, I always like to look at the market cap of things because it's super important to understand what is happening with the market cap and not so much about the token price, because of course HBAR is still minting tokens every year. So it's important to understand that. But if we take a look at the market cap all-time high, we were around $6.8 billion back in November of 2021. So again, going back to November, we can see that we hit an all-time market cap right here where the price was around 45 cents. But you may be wondering, well, Eric, it was higher here back in September, but the market cap was actually higher in November because more tokens were in circulation. So with that understood, if we go take a look at what's happening with HBAR's circulating supply, how many more tokens are coming into circulation? Well, we have a nice graph here from token unlocks. We can see that right now there is still about 43% of the HBAR total supply of 50 billion, which still needs to be unlocked. So right now that means that 57% or about 31.3 billion tokens are in circulating supply, and we still have about another 19 billion tokens that need to come into circulating supply. So essentially what that means is as more tokens come into circulating supply, you don't need as high of a price per token to reach the same market cap it was once before. So now we can take a look at when are the next HBAR tokens coming into circulation, and here we have a date of May 30th. So in about 18 days or so, we are going to see another 1.2 billion HBAR, or about 2.54% of the total supply, come into the circulating supply. And you have kind of the breakdown here of where these are going, but that is important to note. And if we scroll down here to the vesting schedule, we can see that today we would have about 28.4 billion tokens in circulating supply. Now they do say that this number may not be accurate, and we also have it on CoinMarketCap that the circulating supply is about 31.3 billion, and we also have it up here that it says 31.3 billion. But what we can look at on this chart is what's to come in the next year or so. So it goes all the way to January 2024, and we can see that from today to January there would be about another 3.5 to 4 billion tokens minted or come into circulating supply, which means that of course more tokens, you can understand that it won't necessarily go up to the same price it was once. Now, of course, we are going to take a look at the analytics here, but I want to just quickly go back to 2021. So you guys remember it was November 2021. I just want to take a look at how many tokens were in circulation during that time. So if we go back to the 12th of November here, we had 14.7 billion HBAR tokens in circulation back then. And as we took a look now, we are closer to about 32 billion tokens in circulating supply. So What that means is that obviously the circulating supply has more than doubled over the last 2 years. Now, if we take out our calculator and do some quick math here, if we go 14,776, 508, I can't see because my mic's in the way, but 508000, that's your 14.7 billion back in September or November of 2021. And as we said, the price reached about 45 cents at that time. So if we multiply that by 0.45, we can see that that is where we get that 6.6 or 6.7-ish billion dollars of market cap. So again, going back to coin market cap here, this is this peak here about 6.79 because of course the price wasn't $45 or 45 cents exactly. It was 45.21. You get the gist of it. That's where your market cap comes from. But now if we take a look at, let's say we have in 2024, the next bull market starts, we have about 4 billion tokens more in circulation than what we currently have today. This would mean that our circulating supply, let's say it would be around 35 billion. So if we do the same exercise we literally just did, if we go 35 billion, if we assume that this is what we're gonna have in terms of circulating supply in 2024 or when the next bull market happens. So 35 billion, and that is going to be the amount of tokens we have. So I absolutely screwed this up. So let's go back, let's take the previous all-time market cap, which was 6.79 billion. So we go 6.79 billion, and I'm putting nines instead of zeros here. So $6.79 billion, if we divide that by 35 billion tokens, which is what we're assuming is going to happen in the next bull market, that's the amount of tokens we think is going to be in circulating supply. So if we go 35 billion, that's millions, that's 350, there you go. So this would mean that the price of HBAR would go back to around 20 cents if it were to reach the same market cap it reached back in 2021 when we had the previous bull market. Now you may be wondering, well, why in the world am I not getting the same 50-cent token price that was once in 2021? Well, that's because, like we just took a look at, back in 2021, there was only about 14.7 billion tokens in circulating supply. And since then, we have now even more than double the circulating supply, which obviously means that to reach the same market cap, we are not going to have the same token price. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. And of course, you can use whichever market cap you may want. Let's say you think HBAR can go all the way up to 10 billion in terms of market cap, blow by the previous all-time high market cap. You can go ahead, do your own predictions with that. But obviously, if you take into account the previous bull market, you obviously take into account the new circulating supply, you can find out a new price for HBAR. And as we all know, in bull markets, anything is possible, and even if 10 billion sounds like it's impossible, you'd be quite surprised to see what could happen in a bull market. So to sum it all up, if we do assume that HBAR is going to reach a $10 billion market cap in the next bull market, we can go ahead and divide 10 billion, which is right here, divided by 35 billion, which is the circulating supply we're assuming for the next bull market. We can see that that would give us about a 30-cent token price per HBAR for those analytics. And now if we want to know how much money or how many tokens we need to reach $1 million with this price, well, we can go $1 million divided by 30 cents per token. That means that we need 3.3 million HBAR tokens. I know it sounds like a crazy amount, but if we go 333 and then we put that into millions, that is about $170,000 of your money to invest right now. So of course, that's only about a 6x from the current price. I know some people are saying it's going to go to the moon. Again, $10 billion is kind of 30 cents we would see for HBAR. Can it go go to 15? Can it go to $20 billion? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. You do your own analyses. But with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. It really helps me out and I do really appreciate it. So with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.